What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of the cards that we do know is coming to MyTeam tomorrow. We see 5 cards leaked. Honestly, guys, I'm not hating, but I feel like Tuesday content recently has been mediocre at best. Now, again, I don't want to hate, but that's just kind of my feeling. We do see 5 new cards coming into the game tomorrow. We're going to be breaking down all of them, talking about whether they are worth you guys picking up for your squads or not. Now, let's start with the Pink Diamond. Start with Pink Diamond, Dennis Johnson. Some people might ask, well, Ty, are these cards already in the game? You know, are they hidden gems? Dennis Johnson is. For Dennis Johnson, he's 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, 83 ball, 94 speed, great defense. Release-wise, Jordan Nora base, which is pretty solid. Basic dribble style for the card, and 75 driving dunk. I don't hate this card, but I don't love him. I don't think Dennis Johnson is one of your top point guards in the game. But again, when it comes down to it, I can't say I hate the card or dislike him. He's a fine card that you guys can pick up and use. I just don't see him being, you know, the best. I just have a hard time seeing him be like the best point guard, best Pink Diamond point guard in the game. And honestly, I don't expect the card to be cheap either. And so that's kind of the big problem that I see with Dennis Johnson is I don't think he's going to be super cheap. I don't see I don't see Dennis Johnson, you know, being worth whatever price he's going to be. Although I really do like him on that defensive side of the ball. So yes, I do like him defensively, but I just don't know if that's going to be enough for me to really hype up the card a whole ton. So I guess for Dennis Johnson, he's fine. You know, the 83 ball is okay. Defensively, he's going to be really stout, really solid. When it comes down to it, I just don't know if he is going to be worth the price he goes for. Next up, Richard Hamilton. I don't know what 2K has done to Richard Hamilton cards over the course of time, but they went from Richard Hamilton to used to being really good to now just not great. This rip does have a nice release, has Pro 2. Problem with him is no hot spots, and again, his movement's gonna be bad. As far as like a 3-and-D option for Richard Hamilton, he's actually not the worst. 95 3-ball, 90 speed, decent perimeter, but it's just like offensively, the card is going to be pretty limited. And I'm not hating on Richard Hamilton because I actually think he does provide some things on the court that, you know, a lot of people really might like. I just don't know if I like him enough to, you know, talk about him as being, you know, the best shooting guard in the game or anything like that. So for me, Rip's fine. I don't hate him. It's just, he's just going to be an average shooting guard. An average 3-and-D shooting guard in this game is what Richard Hamilton is going to be. 6'7". The one thing about Richard Hamilton that I really do like is the fact that he does have the Pro 2 leaner. That is something that is, you know, probably at least worth you guys looking at for your squads. Next up, we do see Galaxy Opals. And let's start with Baron Davis. Galaxy Opal Baron Davis does have a hidden gem card. Now, as I'm talking through these, remember for yourself, if you want to, you can go look exactly what these cards are going to look like. I'm just looking at their stats on 2KDB. You can look at them on 2KDB or log into the game and look at them that way as well. For Baron Davis, I'm actually somewhat optimistic, okay? 6'3", 6'6" wingspan. Comes with a 91 3-ball, 97 speed, 98 driving dunk, good playmaking, great defensively. Listen to these defensive stats. Again, 97 speed, 97 agility, 87 interior, 94 perimeter, 98 steal. I mean, tell me where the downsides are to the card. I will be waiting as I'm looking at this Baron Davis card and hyping him up. Again, I'll be waiting because I really like what I'm seeing from this card. Now, release-wise, for Baron Davis, comes with that Damian Lillard release. Pretty solid. The upper on it is the Joe Ingles upper. That is going to leave a lot to be desired, normally in a pro dribble style. So for Baron Davis, he's an interesting card. 16 Hall of Famers, 13 on gold, is a complete point guard in this game. I think, you know, driving dunk rating is obviously super high. He's just a weird card because it's like that release is weird, right? You see that Damian Lillard release. You're probably like, Ty, that's going to be great. But the Joe Ingles upper is going to definitely slow it down quite a bit. So I don't know. I guess, you know, with where I'm at with Baron Davis is like he's fine. But I don't think he's going to be like the top point guard in the game or anything like that. Again, he's fine. If you want Baron Davis, you absolutely can pick him up. You can run him if you want. I just don't know if I can hype him up as much as some of the other Galaxy Opals. And again, it's a Tuesday drop, so I feel like we've got to somewhat limit our expectations. However, I don't want to just say a card, is good just because our expectations have been limited. I don't mind Baron Davis, though, on this game. John Havlicek up next. The other day, I went back and I watched my 250K game from, 2K21, when Hondo had that, best release in the game and was just so good, so elite. This John Havlicek, here's what you're looking at. 6'5", comes with a 6'8" wingspan. Okay, hot spots from one place outside the arc. Only an 84 speed for John Havlicek, and people want to hype this card up. Yes, he's got a 94 release. Kevin Knox base is fine. Basic dribble style is crazy. Defensively, he is really good. But the thing I just keep going back to, and maybe it's just my fault, but he's got an 84 speed rating. Like, there's no way we can sit up here and gas an 84 speed rating at this stage. We're in February, guys. He has 84 speed in February. That to me is just absolutely crazy when I'm talking about some of these cards being the best cards in the game. That speed rating is crazy. And so that's the one thing for, Mr. John Havlicek that I'm looking at that I don't necessarily love is that 84 speed. Other than that, guys, he looks like a solid enough 3-and-D player in this game. I mean, I'm not hyping him up beyond belief, but as far as a 3-and-D player that you guys could pick up that could help you guys out, I don't mind Hondo at all. Again, gonna knock down shots. Defensively is off the charts good. I just wish that he came with a little higher speed rating. From other people and what they say about Hondo, a lot of people do like John Havlicek on this game. A lot of people do hype him up quite a bit. I think the card is good. I'm just saying the dribble style is not good. The speed I wish was a little bit higher, but he's fine again for a Tuesday card. Last card today, big game James Worthy coming tomorrow. Looking at the card, 94 speed, 84 3 ball, defensively okay. Honestly, when I'm looking at this card's defense, his stats are not better than Jeff Green's. Like, genuinely. Obviously, badge-wise might be a different situation, but just based on his stats, I'm telling you guys right now that Jeff Green, I think, gives you more on the court, gives you more on the floor. I've got James Worthy up here right now. Yes, the John Wall base is nice. The Al Horford upper might be kind of troll on it. But everything else, like about James Worthy, I just think looks mediocre, looks mid. And so if you're, wanting me to hype up James Worthy, you're in the wrong place because it is not something that I am going to do. I think James Worthy is fine, but if you want me to hype this card up anything more than saying he's fine, I just simply cannot do it with a good conscience. I just can't. I think the card is fine, but again, anything beyond being fine, I just do not see for the card in Big Game James. So that's where I'm at with Big Game James. If you want to, like I said, hype the card up a little bit more, at the end of the day, do what you guys have to do. It's just really tough for me at this stage when I'm looking at these cards to be super hyped, not only about just James Worthy, but about any of these cards that are coming tomorrow. It's a Tuesday drop. I wish some of these cards were free. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know if you guys are hype about any of these cards coming tomorrow down below in the comments. To me, it's just a mediocre drop that, again, is hard for me to get excited about. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.